Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So listen, in this video, what I want to talk about is the best financial advice I ever got in my life, all right? So, I have been through quite a journey in life, right? And on the journey, no matter what your age is, you're going to have these periods of time where it's something that you could point back to that like changed the trajectory of your whole life, right? It changed the direction you was going down. It changed how you was moving. It changed how you saw things. It changed how you was thinking, right? And this is one of those times where my whole perspective got shifted and I was able to really see things from a different light and it really put me on a better path, right? And so I'm gonna share that with you. Okay? If you guys are watching this, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I want to be clear, none of this is financial advice, okay? This is the best advice I have received. So if you want to, go see a financial advisor. All right, so I remember back in the day, right? I was young and I was broke. I was down bad, right? And I remember this was when YouTube was, it was still YouTube, but it was a lot different, right? But it was at night and I'm on YouTube watching like videos, like trying to figure out like how to get money, right? How not to be broke, right? Because you got different types of broke. The type of broke I was I was an entrepreneur. I had just got out the military, right? I had bought a house, was renting out a house. I had rental property and stuff like that. But I still, I was investing in real estate. I was flipping houses and I would make a big chunk of money and then it would get sucked out of me, right? And I'm like, dang, like how am I going through this? How am I making money but I'm broke, right? And so I was just trying to figure it out. And so I started to understand that it's about the habits, it's about the financial system that you have, right? So the foundation of this financial system is if you can't buy 5 of them, you can't afford one of them, right? I'm gonna say it one more time. If you can't buy 5 of them, you cannot afford one of them. Now, what does that mean? Let's say I like shoes, right? And I want to buy a pair of new kicks, no matter what they are. Let's say it's $200 for the shoes. Now, if I don't have $1,000 of expendable income, I can't afford that one pair of shoes. Now, some people may say this is extreme, and it could be. Maybe you want to do a 3-to-1 multiple instead of a 5-to-1. Just know that the bigger the multiple, the richer you will be over time. Okay, the richer you will be over time. But I like that if you can't buy 5 of them, then you can't afford one of them, right? Because what this forces you to do is it forces you to stack bread and it forces you to make more money so you can stack more bread so you can afford the things. And when you do buy the things, you can go buy 4 more of that same thing and that gives you the financial peace and the financial calmness to be able to live life and do things, right? So if you can't buy 5 of them, you can't afford one of them, right? And then what that does is it helps you create a system, a financial system. And this financial system that I started to understand was putting your money in different buckets, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this all down for you. I hope that you guys enjoy this. I hope that you guys get a lot of value from this, all right? Because this changed my life and I'm just sharing it with you in hopes that it changes your life as well. I don't care what your age is. I don't care where you live at. This can change your life if you implement it and really lock in on it. All right. We got the iPad right here, right? And it's the money system. Okay. So we got the jar system. All right. So first off, you got to be intentional about your money and you have to give your money rules, right? You got to put your money to work. If you don't put your money to work, it's going to go run and go do some dumb stuff, right? So we have all of your bills and everything right there, right? Necessities. Okay? That's the first thing. We got to cover our necessities, all of our bills. And then we got long-term savings, right? Something you want to buy for the long term. Put it in the long-term savings account. Then you got your giving account, all right? Then you got your education account. Got to keep educating yourself. Then you got your play account, all right? This is just for going and doing stuff, right? Now, the ultimate goal is to be able to live off of 5% of your gross income or your monthly income, right? Because if I'm making $150,000, I can comfortably live off of 10% of my income, right? So in the beginning, you may be able to only live off of, you may have to live off of 100% of your income. But as time goes on, the goal should be to be able to live below 10% of what you're bringing in. That means that you're doing well for yourself, right? So, first off, necessities. Let's just say 50%. Okay, so 50% of what you make every single month, you're living off of 50%, right? If you cannot live off of 50%, this is why you need to increase your income, because if you can't live off of 50%, then you will not have money left over to actually grow and be financially free, right? So let's say 50%. Now we got all these other accounts, right? So I'm gonna take 10%, right? And I'm gonna put that in my play account, okay? Oh yeah, we also have your financial freedom account. That's the last one. I don't know how I missed that. So we got 10% we put in the play account, right? Now, you could do 5%, but we got 10% there. We got another 10% for your education, right? That's 20%. We got 30% left over, right? So now we got 30% left over, and what are we gonna do? We're gonna say, I'm gonna take 15% of my income, I'm gonna put it in this financial freedom account. Now we got 15, we got, that was 20, we got 30% left over. Now we gonna do 5%, and then we gonna do 10% in our long-term savings account, okay? So let's say that you're making $5K a month, right? If you're making $5,000 a month off of this system, you need to be making, you need to only be living off of $2,500 a month, right? That's what you should be living off of under this. That way, you can take 10%, put it in a long-term savings account. Let's say you want to go on vacation. That's what your long-term savings account is for, right? And then you got your giving account. Just put 5% in that account. You see somebody that needs some money, you give it away for free, right? This allows you to be able to give out of abundance. Next thing, education account. Go put 10% of this in this account, and over time, you're gonna have money to go invest in the certifications that you may need or whatever the case is, right? Now, we got the play account. So you wanna go out on a weekend, you wanna do frivolous things, you wanna go buy those shoes, right? You got money in your play account, and once it's gone, you gotta replenish it or you can't go play no more, right? And then we got the financial freedom account, right? You wanna make an investment, you gotta continue to put money into this account right here and just let it stack up. And when there's an investment opportunity, or let's say you wanna go buy some shares or something like that, right? You put it in this account and then you take it out of this account and you put it into your brokerage, okay? So here's what starts to happen. You start doing this and you start realizing, damn, yeah, I'm making 5K a month, that's 60K a year. I really need to be, if I wanna live off of 5K a month, I need to be bringing in at least 10, right? So I can live off of 50% of that, right? So now let's do the numbers and let's really break this down, right? Before we do that, let's see what it would be for right here, right? So if you did 10% of that would be $25 in this account. Okay, no, $250. My bad, $250. 5% would be a little bit less. It would be $125. And then we got $250 would go into the education account. And then we got $375 will go into the financial freedom account. And then we got $250 will go into the play account, right? So these numbers, this is what you would put into each of these accounts, right? And then the rest you would live off of. And necessities, under necessities, is what? This is your rent, car note, right? Rent, car note, phone, food, right? Everything. All of your necessities that you need in order to be able to say, hey, I'm going to live, right? So now you see that, dang, I need to be making way more than $5K a month, right? Okay, now let's go deeper. Now we got, let's double our income. All right. So now double it. Same exact system, right? Same exact system. Let's say you're making 10K a month. Okay. Now we got necessities. Right? We got long-term savings account. We got giving. We got education. And we also have your play account. And we got financial freedom account, okay? These are all the same percentages, right? Same percentages. But because you got 10K now, let's say that you're going to live off of 45%. Okay? Now you got 55% to play with. So all we're going to do is we're going to add that extra 5% onto the financial freedom portion of it, okay? So we're going to live off of $4,500 a month, right? So all of your bills is going to be based off of $4,500 a month. Okay? So now we got 55%. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 10% in your long-term savings account. We're going to do 5% into your giving account. We're going to do the 10% into your education, 10% into your play account, and then 20% into your financial freedom account. Okay? So we got $6,500 that we're going to divvy up into all of these different buckets, okay? So $5,500, that's $550, right? And then that's $275, right? $550, and then 10, 11, 25, right? So you could put $1,000 into your financial freedom account every month, okay? So now you could just keep stacking this account, right? Long-term savings. All your bills and everything is taken care of by your necessities. You got $275 a month, or every time, a month, to just be able to give away, right? You got $550 in your education account. If you don't need to buy anything for education in a month, then you can just let that stack up. You got $550 a month to be frivolous with. Go do whatever you want to do with it and not feel guilty about it. And now you got $1,100 a month of investment capital, right? With whatever you want to do. Now, if you living off of $4,500 a month, you being frugal, you could live off of 60%, right? But that's all on you. You can do this however you see fit. But all you do is you go to your bank account, you open up 5 different savings accounts. Every time you get paid, you take a percentage and you put it into these accounts and you nickname the accounts, and that's it. Okay? But this is how you can financially change your life And this is how you can really, really, really run it up, right? You got to treat your life like a business, and you got to also put things in perspective. So if you can't buy 5 of something, you can't afford 1 of something. What that means is, in order to afford the life that you really probably living right now, you need to make 2 to 3 times the amount that you're currently making to be able to comfortably afford that and input this system into your financial plan, right, on a day-to-day basis. Okay? So, this is some of the best financial information I've ever come across, and the best financial advice I've ever gotten. And ever since I did this, it has changed my life, right? And at the end of the day, the name of the game is cash flow. If you could have cash flow, you can definitely do this. All right? So I hope that this video helped. If it did, in the comments, if you made it to this point, I want you to put financially free in the comments. All right? Put financially free in the comments. And all we're going to do is we're going to continue to build and build and build on these videos, right? I'm here to give you more game than just stocks, right? We can make money in the stock market, but we also want to be balanced and harmonic within how we approaching finances, money, and kind of our life as well. All right? So like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate y'all checking in, right? All y'all have a great day. Y'all stay smooth, and I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.